Well, how's it going there, guys? James here from Butler Farms on a Saturday morning. Out here getting some things done. That we're into this summer weather pattern where it is extremely hot, extremely humid, and we got rain coming in the afternoon. So I've got clothes hung out on my solar dryer behind my house over there, and trying to get that done before the rain comes in, and trying to button up a couple of things here. What I'm out here doing today, guys, is picking. That's another thing about this time of year, is that there's always something coming in. And I'm not in the garden today. I'm out here picking blueberries. Now, my blueberry bushes, y'all have seen them so many times. They're still young. They're putting on, but not to the extent of what I've got going on right here. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know that I have a neighbor across the street and across the road that she is no longer able to physically get out here and pick these blueberries. And her husband, when he was still alive, put these out. I have no idea how old they are. They've been here a long time. I've been, this weekend actually, is 24 years for my wife and I, so I've been up here at least 24 years, and I know that they were picking blueberries out of these same ones that long ago. Now, obviously, he's been gone for quite a while, and for years and years, she picked them, and other people picked them, and she made all kinds of goodies with them. And like I said, she's just not able to do it anymore, so she is nice enough to let me come over here and get them and put them up. And so that's what we're doing today. And I want you to see, y'all have seen my blueberry bushes so many times that you know that I keep mine pruned and everything like that. Look at the size of these blueberry bushes, guys. These things, now that's just a tree growing up in there. I'm gonna come over hopefully this winter and take these trees out for you. You can see a little oak tree right there, and I don't really know what that one is. It's so covered up with vines. Guys, this is it's just unbelievable, the amount of blueberries that come off these. You want to call them two bushes, but there's a bunch of shoots, you know, going up through there, and I can't even count them in there. There's no telling how many's in here. And so you can see that they don't prune theirs. They don't, you know, and she's not able to anyway, but I don't ever remember them looking any different than what they look now, and they produce so heavy. Now, these are a lot different, not a lot different, but they're different than my blueberry bushes. My blueberry bushes give me berries anywhere between, I don't know, about a ½ an inch, I guess is what they are. Look at the size of these berries right here, guys. Some of these berries are almost a full inch across. Look at that. And I will say that mine tend to be a little bit sweeter. This is some kind of variety, some kind of variety of rabbit eye blueberries. Again, just like I can't tell you what kind I have that I got shoots from my dad, I have no idea, and I promise you they don't either. I'm sure when Mr. Chester was around, he got some shoots from somebody, probably out of his mother's yard, and brought them over here and planted them, and they just have been producing for literally decades. So in about a 15-minute period, I've gotten those, and I've gotten those, and that's going to be, this is the first good hard picking on these. So that's going to be about all for today, but you can see up in there just how many are still to come. And so she's given me permission to come over here and get them, and so I'll come back sometime. I give them, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I guess. There's one I missed right there. But I'll come back in about 4 or 5 days and pick again. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. Everywhere you look, you see berries that you missed. Just everywhere in here. But yeah, we're stocking up for winter, stocking up for those desserts in winter that we can't get anywhere else. And so, you know, it is hot out here, but we are being productive. And you know, I want you to see something real quick. I don't know if you can tell. Look how wet I am, guys. Now I can't claim all of that. Some of that is the dew was so incredibly heavy last night that a lot of this comes from leaning into that bush. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, but most of it's mine. Even though it's kind of overcast out here, it is extremely hot and humid. I want to show you one other thing before I leave you here. This is another thing that has always blown my mind over here. This thing here, you see all this? This is muscadines. And again, they've just been allowed to run. I guess there's a tree in there somewhere that it's growing on. I've always been kind of scared of it, you know, getting on a snake out here. We've actually killed several snakes here in the last week or so. And yes, I do kill the snakes when I see them, especially when they've got those rattles on the end. So send me the hate mail if you would like, but I've got no use for rattlesnakes up here. But you can just see how massive this muscadine vine is, guys. This thing, the camera doesn't even do it justice. It is just everywhere, and it has been productive. There's already, you can see right there, there's already muscadines on it, so they're coming. But you also see that there's a lot of other privet hedge and all kinds of stuff in it as well. So we will come back over when these muscadines are ready and pick them as well. I don't know how many we'll get, just simply because it is so overgrown. But like I said, you can see there's the green muscadines right there, so they're coming. Yeah, you can see some more starting to form right there. It's not time for them yet, but they're coming. And you can also see she's got some dewberries growing in there. I call them wild blackberries, but dewberries. And if you want to get your finger pricked real quick, you can do that picking those. But look at this thing, guys. I don't even know where to start to get the muscadines out of it. But we'll get them. Look at those dewberries right there. Sweet, small. That's the thing about dewberries. You have to pick 5 million of them to get enough to do anything with, but they're good just to eat. You know, just standing out in the yard. And there's a bunch in this little patch too, but this muscadine vine's about been overgrown. I may see if she wants me to come over in the winter when I don't have to worry about snakes so much, and just try to get some of that out of there and cut it back a little bit. She probably won't, but that's fine. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. And I'm just so appreciative. You know, I've told y'all many times that you don't have to grow it all. Right now, while my blueberries are not producing as heavy as I would like them to, they're coming. You know, they'll eventually get to the stage like my dad's, where he can't keep them picked because that's where they came from. But you also got to remember, my dad's has a lot more years on them, and so you know, they'll eventually come. But if you can find somebody, and what I do usually is, some years she just says no, just take them all, freeze them, you know, do with them what you want to. And then some years she wants some. And living by herself, she doesn't really need, you know, quarts and quarts and quarts. But I usually give her 4 or 5 quarts a year, pick them for her. And so it's kind of a trade. The blueberries don't go to waste. They're here. They need to be used, and she can't do it anymore. And so if she wants some, I'll give her some of these. If she doesn't, then I just put them in the freezer and use them. And that's the beauty of this kind of lifestyle, is finding somebody that has the resources. And you may have to trade. You know, I trade her blueberries that I pick for her blueberries. So I'm trading her labor for the blueberries. And I see some more in there I've got to get when I get off this thing. But I do think, one last thing, my blueberries, I told you, you know, we went through that real hard freeze. We had one weekend where it went from the 70s down to the 20s. And we had a straight up snowstorm for about 6 solid hours. And all the blueberry bushes and everything had bloomed out. Now, it didn't seem to hurt my pears and stuff because they had not bloomed yet. And that's a blessing because I got pears hanging everywhere over there. I don't know how big they'll end up getting, but they're hanging in there everywhere. Y'all have seen those. The blueberries were already bloomed. The bees were already just swarming the blueberry bushes, and then that set in. And so, guys, this little bit that I picked in 15 minutes, usually in years past when we haven't had some kind of freak act of nature like that, I would have filled up 4 of these little baskets in about the same amount of time, because I mean, you could stand in one place and literally just get handfuls and handfuls off of there. And so I do think that it hurt them this year. It's not, even with all of them that's on here, they're not as heavy as they normally are. And I was kind of wondering if that would happen, but you know, we've got blueberries in the freezer. So we'll use the old ones first. This will just kind of replace some of that, and maybe by next summer we will have a lot of space opened up, and they'll bear heavy again. But that's just what I'm out here doing today, and got to get this wrapped up because I got some things across the road that I got to get done. Right now the sky looks pretty good, but they're saying it's coming this afternoon. Those afternoon thunderstorms, I rode one out again up at the shop yesterday, and it snuck up on me. So it just is what it is. Busy, busy, busy this time of year. Guys, thank you for watching. Tell a friend. Be honest with you, we've kind of slowed down a little in our growth, and I expected that a little bit. People are busy this time of year with vacations and stuff that people like me don't get to take. But tell a friend and hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and get outside and grow something. If you don't have access to something like this, then go to a farmer's market, a real farmer's market, not the ones that are buying them from wholesalers and then repackaging them. I'll do a video at some point on how to spot the fakes. But go out there and find you some, guys, and put them up. Groceries right now aren't getting any cheaper, so the more you can do, the better off you'll be. Guys, we love you. God bless you. This is James from Butler Farms, and we'll be seeing you.